How to destroy negative thoughts with Stoicism. We live in a world where our minds are constantly under siege. Every day, thoughts of fear, doubt, and regret attempt to claim dominion over our reason. They whisper lies. You are not enough. You will fail. The world is against you. Yet the Stoics teach us that these thoughts are not forces beyond our control. They are merely opinions, fleeting shadows in the theater of our mind. And like all shadows, they vanish when met with the light of reason. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who faced war, betrayal, and death daily, reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. These words are not gentle advice. They are a call to arms. Our first weapon against negative thoughts is recognition. To destroy them, we must first see them clearly. Each negative thought is a messenger disguised as a tyrant. It attempts to sway us by feeding our insecurities. But when we label it for what it is, an opinion, not a fact, we strip it of its authority. Consider Epictetus, who was born a slave yet rose to become one of the greatest minds in philosophy. He taught that events themselves do not disturb us, only our judgments about them do. The next time doubt creeps in, when despair gnaws at your mind, pause and ask, is this thought true? Does it control reality, or only my perception of it? By questioning the validity of these intrusions, we tear the root from which they grow. Negative thoughts cannot survive scrutiny. They are fragile when exposed to the light of reason. Yet recognition alone is not enough. Stoicism demands discipline in response. Imagine a soldier who sees an enemy approaching. Seeing the enemy is vital, but inaction is fatal. Likewise, negative thoughts must not only be recognized, they must be confronted, examined, and replaced. The Stoics teach us to ask a simple, brutal question. Will this thought serve my purpose or destroy it? If it destroys, it is a poison to be expelled. If it serves, it is a tool to be refined. Seneca, who survived exile, political plots, and betrayal, knew the power of practice. He advised us to cultivate a mind like a fortress. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Every time a harmful thought rises, we must confront it not with anger or fear, but with calm observation. Repeat to yourself, I control my mind. This thought does not control me. This repetition is not empty ritual. It is training, forging resilience within the very fibers of your soul. Stoicism also provides a third weapon, perspective. Often, our negative thoughts are inflated by the illusion that we are the center of catastrophe. We imagine the worst, exaggerate the pain, and personalize every setback. Yet when we step back, viewing life from the vantage of the universe, these thoughts shrink. Marcus Aurelius advises, consider that everything we see is but a small part of eternity, and the misfortune that strikes you is but a momentary shadow in the vastness of existence. Perspective reduces fear, diminishes doubt, and dissolves despair. Negative thoughts lose their power when weighed against the immensity of time and the insignificance of imagined failure. Finally, the Stoic mind embraces action as antidote. Thoughts thrive when idle, festering in the darkness of inactivity. Once we act, once we confront challenges instead of retreating, negativity crumbles. Doing what is within our control, focusing on effort, not outcome, breaks the hold of destructive thinking. As Epictetus said, no man is free who is not master of himself. Freedom is the absence of tyranny in the mind. To act decisively is to reclaim our sovereignty from thoughts that seek to enslave us. Let us not deceive ourselves. The mind will never be silent. Doubts will come, fears will rise, and regrets will return. But each time we recognize, examine, perspective, and act, we sharpen the the blade that cuts through mental chains. Each practice strengthens our inner citadel until negativity becomes nothing more than background noise, a fleeting shadow with no power over our reason, no dominion over our soul. We are the architects of our thoughts. We are the generals of our inner battlefield. And when we apply these Stoic principles, we realize the truth. Negative thoughts are not inevitable masters. They are challenges we have the power to defeat. Every time we conquer one, we grow stronger. Every time we resist, we claim a victory not visible to the world, but unmistakable in the soul. So we rise. We train our minds daily and relentlessly. We question. We observe. We step back. We act. And slowly, unyielding, unbroken, we forge a life where negative thoughts are no longer rulers, but defeated echoes. In the darkness of despair, in the silence of doubt, we find light, not in the world, but in the mastery of our own mind. Remember, the battle is never out there. It is always within. Every day we either command our mind or we are commanded by it. If you have found strength in these words, do not let them fade when the video ends. Carry them into your life, because knowledge without action is nothing but dust. If this message spoke to you, join us again. Subscribe and walk with us on this path of self-mastery, where silence becomes power, pain becomes fuel, and the mind becomes unshakable. Until then, remain disciplined, remain unbroken, and above all, remain in control.